boop. Hello. Hi, everybody. Let me actually do something really quick. Ah, fuck. I'm trying to, because I was sitting there listening to my game last night, or to the audio, and I was like, I can hear Wiccan from across the room. And so I'm trying to make it to where he's not having to be heard as often. But thank y'all for being here. I know that this is about to get crazy. This is about to get whole shit fucking crazy. I already know this. But I'm really, really excited to see what new thing we can accomplish, and to see like what shenanigans that we can get our happy butts into.
Oh, hey, mommy.
Oh my. Oh goodness. But yeah, I am just like I'm really like hoping that tonight goes oh so well. We were doing pretty well last night, so it's like, okay, now we're on to continue. But all right. So I've done some things off stream, as y'all saw the opening where it said our adventure continues. So we have a couple of different things that are new as of today that I made, and I'm really, really super excited about it. So, yeah. Hi, Dirty. How are you doing, my friend? And let me.
What is Jonan on right now? We were informed earlier by our DM about that sort of behavior.
There we go.
Stayed up all night, y'all, making all these accounts and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Clip right there.
Well, it's because I shouted out Dirty.
Oh, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm actually kind of glad that those commands, those universal sort of commands, are literally universal across the board for all of us.
So.
Whenever that works that way, especially since the both of you are moderators.
Oh God! Why me? Somebody clip that! Oh my God!
Oh.
What?
Wait,
Oh shit!
you
Not
play
this
Valorant?
clip.
No way.
This clip. That's when I was like playing on one sensitivity.
Speaking of
Look
Valorant,
at what? What am I looking at?
there was something I saw from a.
Oh my gosh,
something
you
about
have a
Valorant.
Husker and a nifty
I just
gift
headshot 4 of them with the
now.
sheriff.
Or
I
emo
thought it was
emo
really just
brain.
overshadowed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They said that they were going to upgrade it to UE5.
Unreal Engine 5, yeah.
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 This is not taking place yet.
No.
Oh no, but I've seen some of the images of what things look like. Wow.
Crusader, fuck you.
All right, guys, how's it
We
going?
are watching
How's everybody
City
having
of
the night?
Going.
Thanks,
I'm
up.
about to
You think?
switch
Hey,
my
Deanna,
thing
what's up?
over.
What the
Yeah.
fuck was that?
Coming in with the Ray Cosmic.
What
thank
was
you
what?
For bringing in your community over
There was a
here.
shout out for
those of
me,
you
but
don't
then it
know,
was like
I'm
a
Undead
short
Wiccan
ass like.
variety
Short ass
streamer here.
clip.
I've been playing.
I have no idea.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint for a
Come
long
on,
time.
don't do this to
Honestly,
me now.
the last
Stop
3
it.
days.
No.
Are you
and for the
yelling
last
at your
4
camera,
hours.
Tango?
I'm yelling at inanimate objects, yes. Okay, there we go.
Is it though?
Is it? Like,
Well,
really?
it's animated enough. It's animated enough to piss me off. All right.
That's understandable.
We really
So,
got to get you something other than those power stones.
I don't like the
For
stones of
your
power.
dice.
Don't bag on my stones of power. I like it. It's presenting. And it's
better
spooky
purpose than
season.
It's spooky season.
Well,
There ain't nothing spooky about Fifth Element, man. Come on.
well, it's this guy. This doesn't matter.
Wiccan messed with
Someone
my
wants to
camera.
get me a.
Hey.
I
Hold on.
barely touched it.
Bullshit.
Wiccan.
That's
What?
what he
Did
said.
you say there was nothing scary about? So you're saying the big ball of evilness that wants to take away the world is not scary?
Okay, when I think of spooky, I'm thinking of like ghosts, goblins, demons, and shit like that. Mr. Shadow from Fifth Element is the scariest aspect of that entire movie. That does not make
He is the
entire
scariest
movie horror.
unknown. All right.
But it is not. That is proportionally. It is not the. It does not. The instance of that one character does not create an entire horror movie. Okay, because it's sci-fi, it's comedy, it's action, it's everything.
Well, I mean, tell that to Zorg.
Well, Zorg is a dick.
Well,
And
yeah,
then
he was scared
goes the
shitless
whole-
though.
Yep.
Oh my god.
All right.
He's Wish.com version of Elon Musk. Okay.
Oh,
Oh.
my gosh.
Oh my god. Okay.
Dear Lord, where have we gone? What have we done?
Down the rabbit hole, apparently.
All right. We definitely need to, as Tango said yesterday, we need to try and cut some of the side chatter because of the
We're
fact.
just
We do.
starting.
I know, but it's just.
Yeah, I know everybody's not quite ready just yet, but once we get going, we need to cut down on all the extra stuff. By my account, we lost somewhere in about an hour or so between people not being prepared for their turns and side chatter, so we need to try to cut that down as much as possible. If there's something that you need to ask me, you can always message me in the Discord. We're not interrupting people's turns or anything like that. That way we're keeping things moving along. We're not having to stop everything.
Okay.
Does that sound fair?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Fair by me.
Now, before I switch on over to live, does anybody have anything that they need to talk about, or are they still finishing up anything? Dinner?
I'm good.
I just want
Chats,
to
things
turn
like
that
that.
cold-blooded lizard into a living pincushion.
Well,
I'm
yeah, and
eating,
we
but
get
at
to
the same
start
time,
with.
I'm already broadcasting, so we're solid.
So yeah, we're gonna be starting with Solara. And again, I apologize. I did skip you without saying anything about it last night. I just wanted to get that part done and out of the way because that was where I was wanting to end last night's session. So
As I said, it's fine. I'll just take it out
does
of
the
his
group have a
skin
shared
right now.
Discord? Is what Crusader's asking. Are we doing shared chat tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh well, then what's going on
Oh,
here? It won't let
hold on.
me.
That's
You
on
gotta
me.
push.
That's
when
on
you're-
me.
Oh.
I've got.
I thought it was something I was doing wrong for a
No.
second.
No.
Okay. All right.
There
Well,
we
I'm going to transition on over to live for my side of things. I'm going to deafen real quick.
Okay.
I also noticed that when I manually mute people instead of having just my own end muted, that it doesn't feed back on my audio as much.
Gotcha.
Because for some reason, even whenever everyone else was muted, it was still feeding back on my mic for some reason. I have no idea.
Gotcha. Hey, Glow,
Yeah,
do you have me tabbed up?
I do.
Could you do me a
I'm looking
favor?
at your tab right now.
Could you tell me how my audio's coming through on me actually speaking?
Okay, hold on.
Because
let
of
me
the fact-
mute my audio and let me look.
Because of the fact that I had turned my stuff down so that like to try and get to where Wiccan's not coming through, because that was something I noticed last night. And-
Wiccan talk.
All right.
Hello? Hello?
Okay,
Like-
I don't hear him going through on your end.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Nope.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
It's
Hello?
just like I noticed that last night, like when we like even when I wasn't talking or when I was talking, it like I was getting it doubled, where he was
Yeah.
in my microphone and in and in Discord as well. So it was just like a little disorienting.
No, I get that. There may be the issue that that's gonna happen occasionally
Yeah.
based on the volume of your mic, but like it doesn't
Well-
sound like he's going through right
Well, I
now.
turned down the overall volume in Discord, and I have the gain all the way the fuck down on my microphone.
No,
Well,
yeah.
what's going to
that's what I
happen
mean,
still
but,
is
like,
it's still
in
going to pick
general.
up his voice when you talk. So when you talk, that gain or it's keeping a governor in place. So as soon as it senses that vibration for your voice, it's going to let all exterior sound kind of come through as well. So if he's
Mhm.
talking just loud enough, when you start talking, that's when you're going to hear it too. But
Yeah.
it should not pick him up
Mhm.
on his own. Oh my God, all these D20s.
It really depends on how
I got all these
much
D20s,
I'm
man.
projecting myself
Yeah.
at times.
I did, so I told, the others, but Tango, me and, Wiccan went shopping today.
Oh no. What'd you get?
Oh,
I got 2 more sets of dice.
Oh, you get. Oh no.
So did I.
So it begins. And I thought the addiction was bad with Valorant skins, but here we go with the dice.
Yep.
Well,
they're all
Oh,
over my
that's-
desk
dice
right
are
now.
more of an addiction for
Well, I
D&D,
mean-
for
That's awesome.
anybody who
Well, I
plays
mean, the
D&D.
fact that the shop that we went to,
was.
I also got Wiccan's dice, and his dice were $4 a pop.
Mm.
Oh.
Oof, that's cheap.
Giggles, by the way,
That's
seems
cheap.
closed. Sorry, Chloe seems to be reaching out to Giggles. Ah,
Gliego seems to be reaching out to Glow.
Yes, Giggles.
what Ali said.
Mhm.
I mean, she did the FMK command, so I think that's why.
Ah.
All right. So, are we ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready to fuck this dude up. That's for damn sure.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, hold on now.
I'm ready
Wait
to
a
rip out
He
Zyron.
ain't waiting a minute. This
Okay.
motherfucker's dead. He's just saying.
Now,
Just
all
close
right,
it.
where we
Let's
last
stop.
left off, everybody had been in the middle of a really bad fight, really chaotic, lots of crazy shit going on. There's a whole lightning storm and shit going on too, and unfortunately, Gripply met his untimely demise. He tried to take on Zyron, and it's really kind of curious as to why, because before he was not ready to jump into the fray and fight Zyron. He was ready to go fight the other guys, just not Zyron. So it makes you wonder what changed his mind. What happened all of a sudden? Maybe we'll find a way to figure that part out as the session goes on. But where we last left off at the top or the middle of initiative was Solara. You are first up on the board, and from where you were at, just inside the tavern, shooting arrows out at everybody. You did happen to watch this happen in kind of slow motion amongst the massive people that were kind of scattering from all the random lightning storms. So they're not nearly as dense anymore. Everybody's kind of spreading out a little bit more, especially as their numbers have started to dwindle. Because as we discussed last night, y'all have taken out roughly a quarter to a third of that army that approached y'all. So,
Straight fucking
Solara,
water.
We'll leave it in your hands. What's your first move?
You said we now have access to our abilities that were
Yes.
discussed.
Yes. Go ham.
We have
Ah,
access to our
okay.
boons.
I'm gonna shoot a set of explosive arrows in a general area of, some of the guys out there and Zyron.
Okay, so remember, Zyron is right next to Atticus, Asmodeal, and Tal. So if you focus around him, they're going to get caught in the blast as well.
I'm gonna
it is
try
still a
focusing
thing as
more,
friendly fire.
at him and try to get the guys as those other guys as much as possible.
Well, like I said, this is more of a AoE effect. You can't really pick and choose where exactly they're going. You're just kind of firing a bunch of them up in the air, knowing they're going to land in that area. If you're trying
Yeah.
to focus it into one spot, you'll have to use a regular attack for that. But as far as the barrage ability that I've given you, that is something that does not know friend or
Let's
foe.
see. Maybe I'm gonna.
So if you
I'll see
fire it
if I
upon
can,
your allies,
set
they're
it,
going to get caught too.
I'll see if I can set it a little I'll see if I can. Can I try and see if I can get it a little away from the three guys? R3. Try and take those guys out.
I mean, you can try, but you got to roll really good for it. Normally on an AOE, I wouldn't make you roll for it, but on this case, just to make sure you don't catch your allies in the blast, I'm gonna need you to roll for it.
All right. D20.
And do remember, every one of you has a destiny point pool that you have yet to use, which is an auto success and an auto crit. If you choose to use that now, you can. But if you wish to hold on to them for just in case, I totally understand it. Just
How many
reminding
of
you.
those do we have again?
5.
5? Okay.
I think I'll use one of them just to not hit my allies at this moment.
Okay,
So-
you can spend that spell slot or that destiny point, I mean, to get the auto crit and make sure you do not catch them in the blast.
Yep.
Are you coming
That's
out
what I'm gonna
screaming
do.
too, or are you just gonna let them fly, or
I'm
are you
like,
gonna call out some witty remark on like, "Hey, asshole, that's our friend,
hey! Let
that's
loose the
our
arrows.
goblin."
Letting loose the explosive arrows.
All right, so you get the max damage on those, plus you get to re-roll the damage to go on top of that. So, if you want, I can use a generator on that real fast, so we can just get that part knocked out of the way.
That sounds good, and it's a plus. It says plus D12 on bludgeoning damage.
Yeah,
Damn,
so you
plus
get one-
12 damage for bludgeoning.
Yeah. All right. So, but what's the damage for the arrow though?
My arrow is 2d10 plus 2. Naturally. So
Naturally.
And we're doing this over a range of how far? Like how many arrows?
it says the volley of arrows is a 10 square area.
Okay, that's right. So, okay, there we go. So we're gonna roll that, and then you get the 11 plus an additional D10. You said, or D12?
It says it's
Is it D12?
it's plus D12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so there's another plus 8, and then you get the plus 2 on top of that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 21 damage on top of the max, which was 34. So 21 damage plus 34 damage, that is 55 damage that you're doing to each individual creature and the 10 square radius, including Zyron. He's catching that blast, but of course he's still taking it at half damage. So he's only taking 27 damage on that one. Like I said, he's finally bloodied now. So he's been feeling the hurt that you guys have been putting on. Now,
So
and that is enough damage to eradicate every soldier in that area. So in that spot you just landed on, you've effectively leveled the area with those explosions. Meanwhile, Tal, Atticus, and Asmodeal are kind of hunkering down with their heads down, like, "Oh shit, she can do that? What the fuck? Gosh, me running!"
Who would have expected so much from something so small?
Okay.
Watch out.
All right,
Something not to mess with now.
but you still have the rest of them coming in from the rear that are trying to fill in the void. And that's just one of your actions. What is your next action?
My next action is I'm gonna do the acid AoE. And I'm gonna
Okay.
throw it off towards a different area group.
Okay. In which case, this one does not count for the crit because this is a separate attack. But you
Yep.
were able to roll up your barrage damage for me. Go ahead.
Alright, I need to do so I have 2d. How many d10 do I have to roll?
That's you're just rolling it like, for instance, like if it was just one arrow you were firing, and that'll count for damage for all the arrows that are being fired.
Okay.
just for
Oh.
simplicity purposes.
I've got. So for the 2 I rolled, I have a 1 and a 10.
So 11 plus the
Mm.
2, so that's
Yep.
13.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the ongoing acid damage in that area as well, that was an additional D12 in damage for that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can roll that D12 on top of it.
I have a D12. Where's my D12 hiding? There it is. All right. Says 3.
Okay, so there you go. That's the total damage you're getting there. It's not enough to
Mhm.
kill the ones that are charging in, except for there's gonna say, let's say 5 of them are already damaged from that firewall that's still up that somebody else put up earlier. I forget who
Yep.
that was.
That was Asmodeal.
Yeah, it was Asmodeal. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got these guys with the acid splash, and some of them are like, oh, he's out, and they're like, one guy is like choking on the acid and the blood as it's like just covering him, and it is just a bloody mess. But the other guys are like, oh yeah, it hurts, but I can keep fighting.
And then my last action is I'm gonna fire 2 ice arrows, and I'm aiming for Zyron's lovely crimson eye. I have to
Okay,
remember.
well, if you want to hit him directly in the eye, that requires a crit.
I'm gonna see because
So
if I
you can
remember
roll
correctly,
it?
we have to roll at disadvantage due to the submit.
If yes, if you failed your submit to him, you do have to roll disadvantage against him.
Let's see if I can get a 20.
Good luck.
Nope.
And
My
technically speaking, it's you missed.
I did a 3 on the disadvantage.
Shit.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, but with a plus 12, it's so 12 total of 15 to try and even hit him.
Yeah, no, you need a 20 in order to hurt him.
Yeah, I did not
Oh.
get there.
Okay, and you are still submit in place, but unfortunately, one thing I forgot to do to you at the start of your round here is to roll to see if you get struck by lightning. Odds you don't, evens you do. Ooh, you're getting hit. You're getting hit by a bolt of lightning. You go for that last one, and it misses, and then just a straight up bolt of lightning comes down and hits you straight in the fucking face. And I forgot. I'm just gonna stick with 3d12s of damage. Let's see. We got a 9, 10, 14 damage. You've just been electrocuted. And that's the end of your turn. Next up, we have Saola. Saola, you're right there at the opening of that hole in the wall that the other gnome and Luna had busted through. You're right next to Travasi there at the opening, and you got Solara right there behind you, shooting out the hole in the wall. And you've just seen Gripply die, and you've seen what she's done, and it's your turn. What do you do?
All right, so first of all, I'm definitely going to use Nature's Draw, which will allow me to do double the damage and add a +2 to my rolls. So that is very much something. And also that, as was said, in a 10 square radius, any ally that's there gets a +5 HP. So there's that. So definitely gonna get that
regenerating
activated.
every round.
Yay!
So
now she's activated. Everybody gets a +5 to their health currently.
Yay!
Yep.
I don't know where my health is sitting presently.
Yeah.
You've taken some damage. I know that much.
I knew that much. Yeah.
Yep.
But as far as specifically how much I've taken, I have not the slightest clue.
So to
Well,
start,
if you want to track it on your D&D Beyond page, that would definitely
what I
be a
was
good
trying to
idea from here on out.
yeah,
That was what I was trying to do.
I would say go ahead
Alright.
and possibly take off maybe 25 damage, because that sounds
Okay.
about right.
Yeah, that does sound about
Yeah,
right.
that sounds about right.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I want to, with that, I would like to do Earth Tremor. So anybody that is a enemy that is in front of me will have to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone who's an
the pinkish
enemy.
purple. Wait, you know what? I got a
Oh.
purple one. Yeah, I got a purple one. All right, so make the purple one Zyron, of course, and then we'll have the blue one be the soldiers. What's the dexterity saving or the saving throw they're supposed to make?
The saving throw that they are supposed to make is an 18.
Oh.
Zyron made it just barely. With his.
Oh
The 7, he
shit.
has a +11.
Gotcha.
But the soldiers though, they all just fall prone, right? Or is
They
there
also
damage dealt
take
with that
if
as
they fail, then any enemy takes a 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
well? Roll it.
So, all right, let me.
Woohoo!
So let me. Are you fucking kidding?
What?
I got a 1.
No!
Oh God.
They got 1 thing of damage. Every
That's
single
about
one of
as
them.
bad as my 3. I don't think our dice like us today, Allie.
Oh wait, hang on.
I'll get.
Hang on.
I'll-
1 second.
Okay.
At a higher level, you can cast it using this spell. So second level or higher to damage by. Okay, so I'm.
Yeah, it's a level 1 spell you're using. You
No.
can totally up the amp on that.
Well, I'm using it as a level 6.
Oh,
so-
well, remember, you're supposed to double your damage die too.
True. So would that mean that every time that it goes up a level, I use an additional d6? Is that what
Whatever.
it's saying?
Yeah. Whatever the damage die is supposed to be on any of your attacks until the end of the encounter
Okay.
are essentially doubled.
Okay, so that.
But if
okay.
it's like 5 die, we're gonna double that as well. But if it's like, like 1 die, you can double that too. But you're not upping the die though, so it's like it's still d6s or it's still d8s.
Mhm.
You're just doubling how many you roll.
Okay, so I need to
Gotcha.
roll 5 more because I mean the fact that I'm rolling it as a level 6. So
Oh well, then yeah, go ahead and roll that.
all right, so that's 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 16 in total, and then doubling that. Brain. That's 20. 32 damage. Think that's right?
32 damage. Yep, that's enough. In fact, I'll say as much as that you finished off all the injured party that was near the acid splash.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Yeah.
Finish off all those guys. So we're gonna say you got 8 kills out of that just now,
Woohoo!
which puts you firmly in the lead on kills.
How many
Recently,
kills
it was
did
just
she have?
Solara, but you just took the lead. Right now, that puts her at 22 kills.
Oh God.
All right.
Solara is at 14.
All right. So
I'm at 14. Yeah.
Yeah. Currently, Atticus has no kills because he's been focusing primarily only on Zyron. Travasi has 2. Tal has 2. Gripply had 3 before he died.
Oh.
Or
Yeah.
Gripply.
all right. Then for my second action, I would like to do Wall of Thorns going directly towards Zyron.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Someone's to be a little horny after that.
Can you roll the damage for me, please? Because
Uh,
that goes for, I don't know the distance on that, on how like far it goes, but
Let's see.
Yes, Allie is definitely out for blood today.
All right. So 7d8s. So.
oh god.
Well,
Well, remember you get to double that though.
Mhm.
Remember
Yep.
you get to
Leave
double
some-
that now.
leave
Yep.
some
So
of that
if
dick.
that's
to
7 on
us,
its feet.
please.
Make it 14.
All right. So
Nah. Nah.
So I've got 6, so I need to roll another. I'll have to roll again. Okay, that's 5.
I
Why?
said, do you need any D8s? I've got a couple.
1.
I will loan you a pair of mine if you'd like.
Oh man.
Okay, so an extra 1, so that's.
All right.
Alright, so okay,
that's
so
gonna
that's 8, 9, 10, 11,
I don't think she even heard me.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 29. And so then doubling that. That's.
I told you
I know.
I'd loan you a pair.
I got it. 29. I'm trying to double it in my head and I can't.
I'll get
29.
the computer.
Doubled.
Mine is
So it's
58.
It's
58.
58.
58.
Yeah,
29.
58.
29.
There you go.
58.
So 58.
Okay, so yeah, you have managed to kill everybody in that pass, but how what's the distance on this? Like, how far does this thing
20
go out?
feet.
20 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you managed to get him and 2 others in the wall there, and so you got 2 more kills there.
Woohoo!
And Zyron has been impaled. He has been impaled.
That's
and-
what you get for killing my friend, motherfucker!
Apologies for that coming through on my side too,
Oh
because
my god.
she's really letting it out now.
I didn't hear half of it because she cut out.
Part of it cut
It-
out.
Well, I heard plenty of it for all of us, I guarantee. That motherfucker's about to get impaled by something else here shortly.
Get this scaly hide.
No shit.
All right, does that finish your turn?
I do believe so, because I do believe it takes 1 action just to do the nature's draw. I think that's what you said.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I want to make a fucking
Alright,
shield
so-
out of this motherfucker's back.
So next up is the army. Oh wait, Dala,
Oh, no.
you got hit by lightning.
Ah, damn it.
So yeah, you got that, and you're like, "Ha, bitch, that was from my friend." And then lightning,
Zap.
9 damage.
9.
Fuck
Okay.
you, Zeus.
All right. Oh, wait. I did that
Now
wrong.
for the army. Now for the army. It's their turn,
Everything.
and
Everything's getting impaled.
oh, and fortunately, well, let me roll one more time because the size of the army, it seems only fair that they get 1 reroll on their damage for the lightning. Nope, they managed to get out scot-free, no lightning striking them.
Oh, that's
Both times.
bullshit.
Don't worry.
You guys are mopping these assholes up. Don't give me that.
That's bullshit.
It's the die. The die don't lie. I'm
Don't-
rolling them right
do
here
not-
for everybody to see.
Do not let Zeus get any of the fucking extra credit on this. We're gonna fuck these guys up.
Don't
You
worry.
stay out of this.
I've got
Yeah,
juice in my hand.
you fucking stay out of this shit. This is ours.
I wield the power of
Ripley.
lightning.
Crusader says, I wonder what else is going to get impaled.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. You'll find out.
All right. So I
find out.
can't
Alright,
use
so
any more
I
level
these
6
guys-
I made
spells.
sure to state that. I
feel
made sure to state
excited.
These
if
guys
anything's gonna
are
get impaled
not
by
taking-
me.
All right. So these guys are not getting any attacks in this turn. They are regrouping. They are reforming and standing up and more or less just trying to reconsider what they're about to do because you guys just stepped out and in the last 20 seconds, not even 20 seconds, it's been 12 seconds since you guys all left the tavern. And you've managed to decimate damn near half of their forces just between the 2 of you.
That's right, bitch.
Just between Solar and Thala. So these guys are like
You-
cold brothers.
You sat there and you done fucked up by killing our friend. You done fucked up.
You done goofed.
You goofed, man. You goofed bad.
All right, and so that's his turn, or that's the army's turn. Next up is Zyron, who is currently impaled, bleeding a little bit of blood.
That's right. Bleed, motherfucker. Bleed.
I'll have your scaly hide yet.
Yeah, right. So while he's impaled, throws one arm out, and a magic golden warhammer appears in his hand, radiating
We didn't have a
darkness.
warhammer before.
He had a lance before.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
He's a
We
paladin.
didn't have a warhammer
He's a
before.
paladin. And he's
Yes.
been with the Order of Exalted for hundreds of years. He's probably got a stockpile of magic weapons. And in
This
this
is
moment in
true.
time, a lance ain't going to do him a lot of good. Especially since he's kind of stuck and impaled on the top of these vines right now. Like, oh God, I'm not used to seeing this so much of my own blood. So he pulls out the warhammer, which has got a blade on one side. Well, more of like a pickaxe blade on one side, and then a flat head on the other side. He flips it around and just takes one swing at the vines and breaks them out from underneath him. Drops to the ground and pulls out the one poking in his chest, just throws it on the ground. And you just see this black aura just kind of emanating around his wound as you see it's actually starting to close. It's actually starting to heal up. Slowly, but it is. And he stands up and he looks around at the battlefield and looks around at you guys and just kind of points a finger over at Thaula. Points one finger at her and says, "You will come with me," and begins to charge. And as he's charging, he also initiates a form of rage, you could say, whereas he does get an additional bonus during this action when he's below half health.
Oh, damn it!
He does actually get additional damage bonuses and hit bonuses when he goes to attack. So he's going at you, but he's not even running at you with the swing with his hammer. He goes in for a shoulder bash first and foremost. Yeah, it's an 18 plus his 11. Yeah,
Oh,
that's gonna
God.
hurt.
Oh,
I'm pretty
God.
sure that hits. You could try to roll a dex saving throw, but you got to meet a 29.
Okay. I gotta be
You
a
got this.
29 dex saving throw. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I probably won't be able to do this, but hey, we're gonna give it a shot.
I love your optimism.
God damn it! Nope,
See, you fucking cursed yourself by saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get this."
There's no way I can beat a 29 anyway!
That's a,
I got a
That's why
5 plus freaking 2, so I got
Optimistic.
7.
you gotta be more optimistic.
So-
you can't just let that
So
shit
he catches
fall.
you right in the chest with his shoulder and just bashes the ever-loving shit out of you. And not only just hits you, but launches you. In fact, he launches you right into the wall that's not right next to the hole in the tavern wall there. And you've created a nice little kind of crater indention into it. And in doing so, you're going to take a good bit of damage there. He's going to hit you.
I'm
and
going
that's
to
gonna
say
be-
I probably saw that.
I'm scared.
Flora watches as Stella gets.
Oh,
Just
5,
rammed.
15, plus 12. That's 26 damage he just
Oh.
rammed you in the face with.
Fuck!
Plus the rage bonus of plus 4.
I just watched my
So,
teammate
was it
get
29?
get rammed.
29? Fuck.
29 damage.
What's that put you at now?
94?
You're not
What's
looking
your
too
max
good.
hit points?
Huh?
What's your max hit points?
My max health is 163.
So, not quite half yet. You're not bloodied yet.
No.
I
And
just
then
watched Stella
he
get
turns-
thrown into the wall.
He turns in the direction of Atticus, Tal, and Asmodeal, and takes his warhammer and just slams it into the ground, which sends a shockwave cascading towards you, with electricity breaking out from the fissures cracking up through the ground as it rushes towards you. I'll give you all a chance to dodge with a dexterity saving throw. I'm pretty sure Tal passes, but we all got to roll it up.
28.
Yep.
I'm on my ass.
And I guess I got to roll up for Asmodeal.
Hey Jay,
No, he got hit too.
Oh, damn.
He got hit. That's not good. Yeah.
Hey,
He was already hurting
JBZ.
pretty good.
Yeah.
JB.
Hey, you know what, JBZ? I'm sitting here kicking fucking. I'm trying to sit there and kick
Oh,
fucking Zyron's ass.
You are kicking Siren's ass.
I'm trying.
You and Solar both are kicking kicking their ass.
All right, so 18,
My ass is making more contact with the
37.
ground.
So the two of you have each taken 37 damage from that hit.
Speaking
the
as
electricity
Asmodeal,
and
he
the
has
traces.
arrived.
Is he
Indeed.
here now? All right, he's here.
He's on his mobile, but he's on his way home.
How much?
Good.
How much
good,
damage
good.
did we take from that hit?
37.
All of us took 37.
Yeah,
No.
that's to each of you. It's
The
an
ones that
AoE
fell.
effect, so I don't have to roll individual damage. Yeah,
I
so it's
think
just you and
everyone-
Asmodeal.
No, I was saying Tal got missed.
Yeah, he got out
Yeah,
of the way.
Tal jumps.
He's like,
he just jumped.
He's
Hey,
like,
oh, it's a ground attack? Hold on, let me just hop real quick. Hop. All right, we're good.
Yeah.
There's a monk rogue.
I'm now 1/3 of my overall. I'm at 121 of 183.
All right.
Yes.
You're at 112
Yes.
of 183.
Yes, absolutely.
121. of
Make Ripley
183.
rest in peace. Yes,
Yes.
he was loved. He was cherished. He's kind of an asshole.
I would
but
say,
all the
hey,
same.
I sat there and put in all caps for my stream title for Gripply.
Poor Grip.
All
For
right, that was-
Gripply.
Frodo.
All right, that expression just then was not in response to what Allie just said. It's the fact that I was playing with my D20. I dropped it on the ground and rolled a nat 1.
Oh no.
Oh.
No.
Surprised the damn thing didn't explode. Like, I'm sorry.
If the dice starts exploding, there's a problem.
And also, Zyron also is at, it is also vulnerable to his own attack. And oh no, he rolled a 5, so he missed.
Oh
his
my
lightning strike on himself
gosh.
as well.
He almost got
Motherfuck.
hit. He almost got hit by his
Yeah.
own
All
attack.
right. So next we have Luna, who is still currently running, spinning around in her flying tentacle bladed fury of death.
Yep.
And she's cutting through guys all over the place. You can almost hear the faint little as she's cutting through everybody amongst like all like the chaos and the sound that's going on everywhere. And as she's
Yeah.
flying through, cutting heads and arms. Oh my gosh, she was actually pretty successful. There was one group that she did not hurt, but the other two groups, yeah, they're hurting. They're actually getting whacked up pretty good here. So let's go ahead and do nope. 10, 16, 19. She does 19 damage to the two groups that she goes through. Manages to actually kill a couple of them. Finally, she's got a kill on the board, and you see one head just kind of go flying off into the into the night sky, just spinning, spilling blood in all directions.
Good
There goes
job,
somebody's head.
Luna.
Well, there goes
But
somebody's head.
but she approaches too close to Zyron when she does it.
Oh no. No.
And he actually gets an attack of opportunity against her.
No. Luna, no.
As she's flying by, he takes his attack of opportunity against her. Oh, yeah, with a 20 total, catches her with the warhammer and just whacks her straight out of the air and right to the ground. Just smacks her straight down. To which case, this creature lets out a very shrill, high-pitched screech. It hurts everybody's ears. There is no save for this. This is on a type of decibel that would break glass. And it's actually causing some of the people closest to her's ears to start bleeding, including Zyron's, as he drops to his knees and drops his warhammer on the ground and begins to hold his head. And
Wait,
you
does
notice
he
all the other
lose his
soldiers are too.
concentration?
He is losing his concentration. Yes, that's the next thing on the list. So
Oh,
as that happens, you notice that
yeah.
the sky begins to clear up a little bit, even, and the lightning has stopped. More importantly, you feel lighter. All of you can
Ah!
officially move around the cabin freely. Keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times, please.
Okay.
Don't hurt Luna, no. Yeah, well, she took some damage. It's going to be undisclosed damage amount, but you do notice too when this happens, you hear almost like, could that be an echo in the distance?
An echo.
Oh
Nah, couldn't be.
no.
So, all right, next on the list is we've got back at the top of the list with Tal. You're up,
Oh
sir.
lord.
Time to use
You
my
got
stick.
some guys. You got some big burly buff looking dudes in front of you looking to put on the hurt, but now they're on their knees holding their ears.
They're on their knees, holding their ears. Yay!
Yeah, you are also like at a little bit of a disposition with this sound. So I'm not going to make you take any debuffs for this as far as the party's concerned because you guys are already in a pissed off mood with the adrenaline pumping. It doesn't really phase you as much. You're like, fuck it. I don't care how much it hurts for Gripply. So, but the bad guys, they're feeling it though. So you have an actual attempt to attack with opportunity at this point. I mean, you don't even have to roll to hit. These guys are not moving and they're not able to concentrate enough to stop you from attacking them.
Yes, excellent.
And you feel almost like somebody on the inside of your skull kind of knock, 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 knock.
Uh-oh.
Do you answer?
Who's there?
I want out. I want to play. Especially the
Oh.
asshole who killed my wife.
Oh.
I
Oh.
let him out of the staff.
Oh.
So, the orc,
Uh-oh.
who I don't know, have I named this guy?
No.
I don't
Nope.
think you have.
I think you
believe you
did,
have.
but we forgot.
Yeah, probably.
No, I don't believe. I don't believe you named him.
He never had a name. His wife had a name, but he did not.
Oh.
He
So the nameless prick.
kind of
died.
he manifests himself outside of the staff, right next to you, holding his hand on the staff with you as well. And you hear his voice call out, "My name is Brogue Thornfoot, and you killed my fucking wife." And he yanks the staff out of your hand and leaps towards Zyron, and comes down on him with his staff. And he doesn't have to roll the hit because Zyron's currently indisposed at the moment. And what's the damage die I gave you for your staff again, Jonan?
40, 12.
40 12s. That's right.
Yep.
So, what did I do with them? I just had them. Where'd they go? Oh,
The dice are disappearing on the DM. Oh no.
but he himself is going to get a auto crit on this one for vengeance.
Vengeance will be his.
So,
Vengeance,
what is that?
because-
40 12 is 48 damage plus 10, 16, what is it, 24, right? So 24 and 48, what is that? 70. Hit across the face with it, and you actually see some of his teeth get knocked out and go flying out.
Oh!
Blood just kind of fucking just splats out of his mouth and across the ground, and his head kind of jiggles there for a second. He is dazed now on top of it. And he's just kind of like rocking around on the ground there, like, I'm at less than quarter hit points. Fuck me.
Now,
That
now
hurt.
I'm going to do Fury of Blows.
Okay.
Oh no.
For vengeance, because
Just gonna
I am
walk
the
up.
knight. I am not Batman.
I am Batman.
I am not Batman.
If you're not Batman for vengeance, then what are you?
Batman doesn't kill. We kill.
That's
Yep.
true. Although that depends on the universe.
Credit.
Majority of the Batman don't kill.
What's that?
Natural 20.
Oh shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Fuck.
Wow.
So that again, that's 48
fucked up.
plus whatever you roll in those 40 tens.
He's getting fucked up.
Yeah.
Fuck, 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 fucking mom.
I'm hearing you echoing.
Me?
Yeah.
No, not over here.
No.
Although, if you might notice, oh no, I came back up. As I say, my stream just dropped really bad for a second there.
Yeah, I'm not coming through on the
Mine's-
thing.
mine's
I don't know.
falling off.
81.
Yeah.
81.
81 damage.
Oh shit.
So you managed to knock him down on the ground. You hit him with that, and you've beaten the absolute hell out of him. He's got a big swollen eye. He's laying out on his back, hands trying to grab the warhammer just next to him. But you do see that the wounds on him are slowly starting to heal up a little bit, though, very slowly. But it's almost like he's getting like an extra D8 of health points every round. So he's like slowly starting to try to reach for it. He's just got his hand out there. He's like a couple inches away. He's like,
Kick it. Kick it.
and he kind of gives out. And his hand drops. He's not dead.
Is he
but
dead?
He is unconscious. No, he's not dead. He is unconscious though. Almost like he got knocked down to 1 health point, or maybe even 0.
But he's somehow still alive.
Yeah, you can still be alive at 0 hit points as long as you make a death saving throw.
That's
Which
true.
Let me see.
he makes it with a 15. Barely. He's making it.
Damn.
And the rest of the army hearing and watching this happen, because like I said, they just kind of sat back and like, we might not have an employer much longer. Maybe we should stop getting ourselves killed.
Smart idea.
And as this happens, though, you hear kind of an instrument playing off in the distance, like really eerie, ghastly sounding flute, almost like an ocarina, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. It's really far out in the distance, but you do kind of hear it slowly start drifting through the field around you guys as a mist begins to form and raise up around everybody, making it very hard to see. In fact, you very quickly start losing visibility. You can only see the adjacent squares next to you as this mist begins to form around you. And again, you hear that echo screech that Luna had. You still have one more action, Joni.
I'm kind of still pissed, so I'm going to be taking my staff to his balls, like I'm playing.
Well, currently, Brogue is actually your staff. You don't have it in your hands. He's got it.
Oh, can I kick
Okay.
him?
Can we pause
Like
for a
an-
brief?
All right,
But-
you're gonna kick him? What's up?
Atticus's computer is
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
shit.
we're
What's
losing
up with your
shit.
stream, dude. Oh, it just cleared up. It just cleared up.
No, we're okay. Are you gonna stay?
Yeah.
Because I was looking at the
Yeah,
kilobits on my end. It dropped down to like 100 something.
yeah, he said it was freaking out.
I had
and
that
he
happen
was
just a
looking
little
down.
bit ago. It could be OBS, but also yesterday
No, I think
with
it's
the
it's
outages
it's
that
the
happened-
internet because of the fact that I saw even Discord was starting to drop.
Okay, well, say yesterday there were massive outages all across the country and world where certain things, T-Mobile, Google Fi, and a few other things got hit because my internet was really fucky yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
That is still carrying on to today.
And
So,
Verizon
man.
also.
Okay, all three or both of your streams just dropped. Okay, no, they're back up. They're back
Okay.
up again.
Okay.
Okay. That's really weird. All right, so although no, Wickens does not want to load on my side. I don't know about anybody else, but his is
I'm
not
checking.
loading up.
It says I
It's
have
not
an
loading
ad
on
on
mine.
Wiccans, but I'm not seeing the feed just yet.
Wicken, can you still hear us? Nope, there he
He
goes.
said he had to shut it down.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that's what the message
Okay.
said. He was
Alright.
shutting it down. Need to shut down everything but comms and Discord. Someone may have to take up the host position and stream together.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Oh no, it just kind of grays them out. It looks like
Yeah,
we're
it's,
still doing it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, my stuff looks like it's doing okay now. Yeah.
Okay.
So it seems to
So
be
do
doing
we just want to give him a minute to restart his computer then?
Yeah, let's give it a
Maybe.
minute.
Let's
All right, take 5. Take
We
5.
don't-
Okay. Let me
Okay.
go run to the bathroom then.
Okay.
While that's going on.
Hello.
Hello.
My tummy did not take dinner well.
Ah, gotcha.
Oh.
Okay. Now,
Who's dying?
this so with this ball kick that you're going for there, Tal, you do remember he's wearing full plate mail, and I'm pretty sure you're not wearing greaves and boots. So you got like leather shoes or something, I'm sure, nothing too substantial. You really want to kick him in the nuts like that? I mean, I'll let you do it, but
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
I need you to roll a strength check for me, bud.
$19.
So you hurt your toe. In fact, you broke your big toe kicking him in the
Oh
dick,
my God.
but you still hurt him.
You
And I
had
forget
you
what
had an
the unarmed
Aragorn
attack
moment.
roll is.
So he's
Yes,
dinged
exactly.
and he's just been kicked in the nutsack.
You see him like healing up a little bit, and he's like, "You're not dead yet? Here, let me fix that real quick. You'll wish you're dead now."
Oh, God.
Grab his dick and twist it.
That's right.
So yeah,
Grab
your
his
unarmed
dick and
strike, you get
twist it.
1d10 plus 5. So if you want to kick him, go ahead and roll your 1d10 plus 5 for your unarmed attack.
Lord.
Seven.
7.
Yep, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, that's enough, and he stops breathing.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, hey, hold on, don't celebrate yet. Hey,
We're not
don't
done
celebrate
yet.
yet. We are not done yet.
Yeah, because we have the
So-
mystery person with the fog.
And as this fog, like I said, has gotten really thick, you can't see but one square in front of you. So you all are kind of lost and know exactly where each other's at, except where you know where each other was at last. Unless you're standing right next to each other. In which case, the only people standing right next to each other is Travasi and Solara, Asmodial, Atticus, and Tal. You three are standing right next to each other. And as
Oh,
well as
shut
Brogue,
up.
right next to Zyron.
Does my dark vision work in this?
No.
No, this
No?
is
Okay.
fog. This is
Okay.
something
Yeah.
obstructing your view.
Oh, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, if you had something like life sense or something like that, that would kind of give you a better idea of where everything's at.
Oh,
Now,
Oh wait.
you had now, Tal, you did technically have one more action for Brogue, and he was in the middle of getting ready to swing on Zyron one more time until he heard the flute, and he stopped, cold in his tracks in mid swing, and looks off in the direction the sound is coming from. And you hear him go, "Lumaria?" And he just kind of fizzles out, and the staff drops to the ground.
Uh-oh.
Now, you guys also still got the rest of the army, and these guys are all like kind of bumbling around, and you hear them kind of moving through the fog around you, and you start feeling a rumble under your feet. And like I said, you'd heard this echo of this scream that Luna had put out, and this rumble is getting heavier and heavier, almost like at the beginning of the next round. It could be here. It's moving pretty fast underfoot. You can feel it. Now, next we have Travasi.
okay.
You're finally able to move freely. There's still plenty of enemies out there for the pickings, and it's kind of hard to tell whether or not Zyron's dead. No one's called it out yet.
Mm-hmm. How far am I
But
away from
what's your-
Zyron, though?
3 squares,
15
So,
feet.
15 feet.
15 feet.
Can I put, I was just looking at it. Can I do a blood curse of exposure towards him? Because
You
he's
sure can.
within 30 feet. So,
And what does that do?
it says when a creature, it says you see within 30 feet. Fuck.
Yeah, you can't see
You
him.
can't see
You
him.
can't see him.
You can run
Fuck.
towards him. You can move freely, so you can run in
Okay,
that
can
direction and
I-
then do it.
Can I run towards him
where you think he is, at
Okay.
least.
Yes.
Yeah, you run up and you see just in time for Brogue's disappearance act that he does after Tal has just kicked him in the dick, and you see him just kind of stop breathing. You still want to cast it?
I want to actually walk up to him and stab him in the throat.
Stab him in the throat. Okay,
Yes.
do it.
Okay.
He can't move, so I mean, just roll the damage on it.
So, and then I rolled an d20 and 8. And then Kopesh 4 d10s. Hold on, give me a second. 1 8 5 9.
So yeah,
Plus
you managed to
3
successfully.
is 20.
You managed to you managed to successfully get that bitch right down in through his fucking throat, and it just starts bubbling out all around the blade, and he's gone. Eyes have faded. They're no longer glowing red, but you start noticing that you don't really hear anybody moving around anymore.
Really?
Oh.
And yeah, so it's almost like everybody decided that it was best to sit still, like they're purposely waiting for you to come to them. What's your next action?
I'm gonna back away from him after grabbing the knife out of his throat.
The ground's still rumbling under your feet too.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Music still kind of eerily floating through the sky. You could hear it
Okay.
just kind of echoing across the field. Almost like
Um,
somebody's off in the tree line just outside of view playing this music out.
okay. I'm just gonna back up from Zyron, because I don't know what else to do.
Okay. So as you back up and you begin to finally, kind of reassess the situation a little bit of like, oh, wait a minute. Something's not right here. As you've done this, you start hearing screams coming from the far end, the far side of the other side of the army, past the wall of vines, past the wall of fire. You hear these guys off of the distance start screaming in agony, hearing guys start saying, "Run! Run! Oh my god, no, this is so terrible. What the fuck are those? Oh my god, they just killed Bob!" Like,
Okay, do I have one last
no.
action, or did I use all of my...
you do. I mean,
Okay.
you do still have an action technically.
Okay,
Taking
I
a
would
couple
like to
steps
find
backwards
cover.
isn't.
I would like to find cover somewhere.
I mean, the only cover you really got is to run back inside the tavern.
That is on
That's got
fire.
holes
Inside-
aplenty in it.
Oh, it's in fire.
That is on
okay, never mind.
fire. You can prepare an action if you wish.
Okay. Give me just a second. I'd like to do a formula, so a mutant gen craft, and then that formula being embers. I have resistance to fire damage and vulnerability to cold damage.
There you go. All right, so you managed to just take that bottle, pop the top on it, swig it back real quick. All right, now you are expended on your turn there.
Yep.
And next we have Atticus. Atticus, you're standing there. You're right there next to Zyron, dead on the ground, and you see his big old shiny dark warhammer on the ground there.
Okay.
What's your move, sir?
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Thanks. It wasn't obvious enough as with the directed point of, hey, there's something there. What are you gonna do about it? I'm just glad this fucker's dead. As far as I can tell,
Okay.
as far as I'm concerned, that damn thing could be melted down and never see another point of battle.
Well, and same situation with you. You're still feeling the ground kind of rumble under your feet, and you hear men in the background screaming and yelling, blood curdling sounds, and you start hearing some nervous shaking and footsteps of the soldiers who are still in the mist around you, trying to figure out where to go or what to do. You haven't even enacted your holy rage yet, man.
Oh, I can't see for shit around me, so I'm not about to risk hitting other people that are friendly.
So,
I don't know what I would do, or am to do, or what should I do. I don't know.
well, I mean, as a cleric, you do have several healing abilities. You can start healing yourself and your nearby allies because they've all taken damage. It's a good start. You still got your spirit weapon kind of flying around doing its thing.
Yeah.
Luna's been hurt. You know, she's on the ground in her normal true form, and she's been injured.
Okay. Like all my cure things are all by touch, not necessarily radius.
I mean, you have a movement.
Right. But if all of us are in a certain radius, I'd be a lot more helpful to be able to. Well, here's mass cure wounds. The 60
There you go.
foot radius.
Yeah, and everybody's within a 60-foot radius of you, so.
There you go. That's what I'll do.
All right. So, because that's 12, yeah, that's 12 squares around you. Or in every direction around you, I should say. So, all right, so everybody's healing up. You just got to roll the hit dice for healing.
4d8 plus 13.
All right, roll it up.
$29.
$29 health. So everybody gets 29 health back.
Okay.
All right. If you wish, you can prepare an action, or you can just hold off and see what happens.
Well, can I do that again?
You'll have to be a different spell slot or a different level to not use the same spell slot, I believe. But yeah, you technically can. Otherwise, you can use the same spell slot of the same kind that you just used. That way, you can get the same kind of effect out of it.
Because of level 5, so I'll just do one of the level 7 slots that I have, which is 5d8 plus 14.
There you go. And depending on that roll, that might effectively fully heal everybody.
Yeah. Oh, well, fuck. Yeah, 37.
37?
Yeah. It was better than the previous 29, but...
So that's another
There you go.
heal?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm back to...
So everybody should pretty much be nearly healed at this point.
Yep, I'm 3
Missed
hit
the
points
last
away
number.
from being fully healed, so we're good.
That includes Luna as well, correct?
Yeah, she's fine.
As well as... Yeah, everybody.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so then next would be Asmodial.
There we go. Okay. Okay. So what's Ilio in front of me?
Well, right now, there's nobody directly in front of you that you can see through the mist. You do know that Zyron has just been killed. You feel on the rumble under your feet that something's approaching, and you hear a bunch of soldiers off on the far end of the battlefield getting slaughtered by the sounds of it.
Sounds like I should probably detect magic if that be the case.
You can try, yeah. Go ahead, roll it up. Do you have to roll for detect magic, or is it just a thing you do?
It's a spell. I think auto spell.
Yeah, give me a minute. Yes, detect magic is a spell.
Yes, is it like an auto thing, or do you have to roll for it?
It's an auto
Doesn't
thing.
doesn't say anything about rolling, but it just says one action, self, and then detection.
Auto.
Is there a distance on that?
Range from self area about 30 feet.
Okay, so for 30 feet, the only magic you can detect are the magical items around you, including the warhammer that's laying down next to Zyron's body. Now, good night, Crusader.
Good night, Crusader.
Good night, Crusader.
Good night.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm probably going to call it early, to be fair. I'm starting to get a bit of a headache, so.
Okay.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Night.
I mean, I guess I could just ready myself. That's all I probably can do.
Okay, you can ready yourself. You can prepare an action. If there's a particular action you wish to prepare in case of attack or something else.
I mean, I guess I could just prepare an Eldritch Blast. Would that be the case?
Okay. Eldritch Blast prepared. All right, so that's going to be under your turn then?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Then next we've got Solara.
My first action is going to be Primeval Awareness. As an action, you spend one ranger spell slot to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are within 1 mile of me.
Okay. You do detect that a very familiar source is approaching.
And I curse out loud. I'm like, fuck!
Yeah, you remember that town filled with these mimic things that Luna came from?
Mm-hmm.
They're coming.
Yeah, you sent in a bunch of those on the other end of that battlefield, and you're pretty sure that's what's tearing up the enemy right now.
I yell out loud to everybody, and I'm like, Luna's family is coming!
Well, it seems that they're possibly on our side at least.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. All they know is she's hurt. For all they know, you did it.
Sensing that, I make a mad dash to where I remember Luna being.
And she's still on the ground. Healed up now, but she's still on the ground and slowly changing shape back to her human self.
Mm-hmm. And I do what I can to try and soothe her.
So like you pick her up and like get your hand behind her neck, and she starts waking up and flashes her eyes over at you, and then gives this big toothy grin.
Mm-hmm. I look down at her. I say, I think the rest of your family is shown up.
And she just starts nodding her head furiously with a big smile on her face. And she goes, Daddy!
What?
Ew.
Ugh.
Yeah, you remember the
Wait.
big one you guys killed?
Oh
Kill?
no, was that her mom?
it was kin.
It was
But
Ken.
as far as size goes, Daddy's bigger.
Oh fuck.
I'm like,
So
I hope they know that we've been trying to take care of you.
We know nothing.
Hold on, is that the first time Luna's spoken?
No.
No?
kind of.
No, she's been laughing, but this I think was one of the
Like
few first
verbal words is what
actual
I'm meaning.
words.
I think that she's
Well, the only other verbal word she had was when she was stabbing and killing the guy, going stab,
Oh,
stab,
got it.
blood, stab, stab, blood.
I was like, wait, hold on.
She's just now said "daddy," as in "daddy's coming,"
Yeah.
and you all just heard me yell out loud as I could. Luna's family is coming.
It sounds more like he's already here, if that's the case.
Yes, and almost like on cue, the music stops playing, and the mist immediately thins out. And sure enough, as it clears out, you see through the mass of what's left of the army, you see bodies just getting tossed all over the place, arms and legs flying everywhere, and just a massive tentacles on the ground, breaking their way through the masses, coming directly towards you guys.
Ooh.
It's the final countdown.
Literally.
Now, is that all you do?
Me?
Yeah.
I take a moment to try and pick her up, like in my
Okay.
arms, and I'm gonna.
Well, she's standing up just fine. Like she's fully healed. Like she's getting up just fine. She doesn't really
Oh
need
no,
your
there's
help,
a
but
reason I'm doing this. I'm going to try and play the role of the caretaker, in a sense, like we've been watching over
Oh.
her. So I'm picking her up and holding.
please don't hurt me.
I'm not gonna hurt her.
Just don't hurt me, please.
Yes.
No, it's
I'm-
basically it's
exactly.
a dad. Like, don't hurt me, please. I haven't done anything. We haven't hurt her. Please.
Exactly. Exactly. The guy who hurt her said. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm playing the role of don't hurt me.
So, anyways, you begin to just kind of stand there with her, and that's gonna be where you end your turn then, or
I'm gonna just kind of take a few steps back, make sure I have some room to possibly start running if need be.
okay. All right, the next is going to be these things. So they're just tearing through and just ripping apart everybody in their fucking path. You see them launching themselves in the air and landing on people, ripping them to shreds, and then moving on to the next one. But you notice one very large mass in the middle of them, and it is literally just it's not losing any momentum. It's not wasting any time killing anything in its way. Its tentacles are literally grabbing and killing things as it's moving. It's not even hesitating to rip these people in half. It is just absolute fucking chaos. These things alone have just gotten over 20 kills just in their first approach through the army. Yeah, but this thing, like I said, it is beelining and leading the charge right to y'all. But you notice as the music is cleared up, or as the music and the mist is cleared up in the chaos, y'all lost track of Zyron's body.
Oh, god damn it.
He just kind of poofed, gone. Like there's still
Oh.
blood all over the ground. There's not even footsteps. There's just nothing.
Somebody came by and got him.
Son of a bitch.
Classic misdirection.
No, he went poof.
Told you. Yeah, I told you. He even though he was taking all these wounds, he was still slowly healing. Almost as if, like, even if he was in the negatives, eventually he would heal from it.
That means the next time we run into him, he's going to be extra pissed.
That's one way of putting it. All right, now next on the list is Thaula. You were still like, after getting slammed against the wall, you're kind of just regaining your footsteps, and all this was happening. what's your move?
Honestly, at this point, I'm not really sure what to do because has the fog lifted?
Yes.
Yeah, no, the fog's been lifted.
Okay.
And you can see all the said family that I mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Making
They're
their way
making their way towards
downtown.
us. They're making their way
Alright.
towards us.
All right. So, are there still any enemies that are around me?
Oh, I mean, not directly near you, no, but there's still several of them alive, and they're all kind of freaking out. Some of them have actually starting to choose to flee, but they don't get a chance to run until their turn.
Okay. So, I would like to cast where is it? I would like to cast Long Stride and sit there and run off to sit there and get to as many of the closest ones as possible.
Okay, you do that, and what's your next move?
I would like to just sit there and hit them with my scimitars.
Okay, you're gonna go swinging on them. Go ahead, roll it up.
All right. So, and do I need to roll for attack? Correct. Or are they?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
17.
17 on the first one. Nice hit. Damage.
So I'm only gonna take. You know what? We'll do both swings since that would be technically doing one attack. So 12. Okay. 12, 21, 28.
28.
And then 28
All right.
then times 2, so that's 30.
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say you effectively like slice up this dude's ass and back as he's running, and then sweep around and catch him from the side of the neck and cut his head off.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So
Like
there's
right up Main Street, as Deadpool would say.
Right up Main Street.
All right. So gonna continue my long stride, just slicing up. So I'm gonna take all 3 turns just slicing up people. So for the next attack, 21. And
Nice hit. Good job.
6. 18.
Yeah.
And then times
that's-
2
okay.
because of the fact that, I mean, I still have Nature's Draw because the encounter has not technically ended. So,
Mhm.
so that's 36. Okay, that's right. Brain can't.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
that's-
So same thing. Kill the dude. Dismembered. Dead.
all right. On to the third one. 22.
Oh my dear God.
They're going to
Slice 'em
die. It is a flutter.
22. 23. So, 46.
Yep. Again. Slice the dice.
Yep. So, and that'll end my turn.
All right. Next, the army. For those that are not currently getting themselves torn apart, the rest are trying to flee, and they've all enacted disengage, and they are running. running, running, running. I'm running over here. Run, 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 run. And so they're all dispersing. They're scattering all which ways that they can. They are tripping over each other. These guys are not just scared. These guys are scared like children in the middle of a haunted house. And they have just seen it for the first time.
Oh, dude.
They are terrified out of their minds.
Like there's shit running down their legs. They smell of piss.
Oh.
These guys are scared. But more importantly, as these guys are running away, okay, so what you don't know is that they signed a pact with Zyron and whoever else he happens to be working with,
Oh, no.
that they were going to carry out this task and that they were going to get paid. But if for whatever reason that they did not follow through or that they abandoned their posts, that they would all be met with an imminent demise. And as they start running, they all just start dropping like flies, one after the other. They all just start dropping dead in their tracks.
Oh God.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, great. A familiar smell, a familiar aroma that I love seeing, and then they all of a sudden just drop dead. Lovely.
It's like, Dingus, you'll get this reference. It's like having a commissar on the field when you can't see him. And
Yep.
the Imperial Guard just started running.
Yep.
God.
So for those that don't get the reference, in the Warhammer 40k realm, the Imperial Guard are basically just humans. They're just regular people with guns and tech. But they have a guy they call the Commissar who's on the field. He's basically like their kind of commander, if you will. And if for whatever reason any of the squads flee, he has an opportunity to shoot them.
Oh God.
He
only
will
takes
shoot
one-
his own people.
It only takes one to be shot to actually get them to not go anywhere.
Oh.
Yeah. Run! Boom! I'm sorry. What was that? Anybody else? No? Get back to fucking work. So yeah, all the ones that are starting to run, they start dying, which leaves like roughly about 20 of these guys left standing, and they are currently in the path of said creatures getting ready to eviscerate them. One guy in particular that you can see, he's kind of debating. He's looking around, watching his compatriots die, and then he's looking at the other ones getting torn to pieces. And he's just like, "Oh man, to hell with this!" Puts his sword out and just falls on it. If I'm going out, I'm going out on her. Big head.
He's like, I'm going out my own way.
Smart
Fuck
move.
that. I did it my way. Now,
Indubitably.
okay, so the army's turn is over. Zyron is gone.
He went poof.
Poof.
Puff the magic dragon.
All right. And then Luna. Luna sees them approaching her, and she starts running with her arms out like she's going to go run up and hug her daddy. And she
Aww.
just starts kind of running, and she starts going, "Daddy, daddy, daddy, daddy!" And
Oh no.
we're gonna go ahead and say that's the end of the encounter, because as they
Okay.
approach each other and they finish wiping out the rest of these guys, this big honking motherfucker, this thing's almost twice as big as the last one you guys killed, and it's just nothing but a big fucking massively nasty looking ball of teeth and tentacles that is approaching her. And as it approaches her, it actually changes shape back into a human shape. It actually shrinks down in size. Almost like this
God.
thing purposely made itself look bigger on purpose. And you recognize him. In fact, you recognize him as the one that was pretending to be the leader of that village that you guys were in before.
Oh.
The one that was trying to get you all to stop and listen to reason and put your weapons down.
Oh.
And we like,
That's Daddy.
oh,
Big old belly, big human, big belly. He's a big burly looking dude. And she runs up to him. He scoops her up in his arms and throws her over his shoulder, hugging her lovingly and stuff. And you hear them start conversing in their weird jarbled language, but between the few of you, you guys kind of discern bits and pieces of it. And as you hear more of it being spoken, you guys are starting to understand more and more of what they're saying. And you're all kind of putting together about how much he's missed her and she should never run off like that again. He was scared, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't until they were already out searching for her when they heard her scream.
oh.
So they were already close by.
Oh.
And as soon as that happened, they hit charge mode and just started bolting.
Nice.
So, that's them. Combat is over. You guys are looking around. There's just nothing but a bloody mess everywhere. Yes, all of the patrons, including the bar owners, they are all dead. You do find... Who wants to go looking for Gripply?
Not me.
I do.
Nobody wants to go at least give him a proper burial? You're just going to let him lay
I mean,
out there
I'm
with the
gonna,
rest of
no,
them?
I'm not going to look for the body parts, but I will be there for the burial.
I'll
Well-
go look for the body.
I'll go help.
So, as the two of you approach and find Gripply's body amongst the mess, yeah, his head's pretty much gone from the nose up. The rest of it's laying down where Zyron's body was laying at. And you notice when you approach him that got a big ass hole in his fucking chest. Like, almost like that last attack that hurt him, that made him scream out, was a fatal wound, and he knew it. And he knew that he was going to die and had no choice in his own mind but to try to go out in the best way possible, which is trying to take out the big bad guy trying to hurt his friends.
Go, Gripply.
So, you guys can proceed to give him a proper burial if you so wish. You can leave him be. It's up to you guys.
Nah, he
clutched-
deserves
Burial
it.
is in order.
I do
But
believe
deserve
that
it.
Clutched
Gripply
in-
deserves a proper burial, a warrior's burial, because in the end he sat there and he was brave and went after Zyron, knowing that he would not be able to survive.
But clutched in his hand that you notice as you're picking him up and it falls out of his hand was a ring.
A ring?
Ring?
A ring. Way too big to be one of his. Actually, you look at it a little bit closer and it looks familiar. It's actually, this was one of Zyron's rings. He managed to snag one of his rings off him before he took him down.
This little
I'm-
fucker.
A thief
Even in
through
death.
and through, Gripply, a thief through and through.
If there was a way for me to examine it, I would, but I think we should leave that to the warlock.
All right, wait.
Yeah, you can.
He
What?
snagged
Magic?
Zyron's
Let me see.
ring.
Magic?
Yes. I suspect it's probably magic. It's apparently he snagged one of Zyron's rings before he died.
Yep. So that did happen, and oh, sorry, pardon me. Asmodeal, as you go to inspect a little bit further. Oh, hold on, 1 second. Sorry, I just whacked the shit out of my foot on a chair. Oh,
Ow.
good?
okay.
No,
Yeah, I'm
departing
good.
is
All right, so as you examine this ring a little bit further, you realize this ring's actually got a couple of interesting attributes to it. You notice this ring actually has the ability to conceal one's mind and body as far as aura, magical capabilities, things like that. So it's like a shield, if you will, from inspection. So if the wearer has it on him, it actually keeps them from being analyzed. So if you go to detect magic, you will not detect any magic on them. If you go to detect thoughts, you won't detect thoughts.
Oh.
If you go to detect good and evil, you won't detect good and evil. So it's more or less kind of like an overall just like shielding ring.
This is
And
good.
actually, now that you think back on it, he had this ring when you met him.
Filthy,
How about that?
Filthy bastard.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
I
How about
didn't,
them apples?
I didn't think he
Makes
had.
you wonder a little bit.
I didn't realize
Why
he
was he
had.
wearing such a ring? Now, as you are inspecting this ring, you do remember him having several rings on, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of makes you wonder what the rest of them could possibly be.
Well, we'll have to snag him off him if we want to find out now, won't we?
Yep.
This
Well,
motherfucker.
So
Well,
more
snake-
important, it's what I wonder who actually came and took him away.
Yes. I do wonder that.
Never did, wasn't
And
it?
as y'all are discussing it, Brogue appears again. He comes out of the staff and kind of just sits on the ground, cross-legged, looking out into the forest, and he goes, "That was Lamaria. The only one I've ever known to play such a beautiful tone on an ocarina. It was her. She's alive."
But how?
Wait,
she
can't-
was dead. She was impaled by Zyron before all this. When she was taking on
Kinda
that
funny.
that
No,
goddess
that's-
of decay.
Yeah, that's right. But it's kind of funny. Didn't you say he was dead too?
Something strange is going on, and I don't like it one bit.
Neither do I. It sounds
Almost-
like my father is doing something that he's really planning something evil and diabolical, and I do not know what it is.
The only problem I have here is these are people that should be dead, and by technicality, them being alive means they're undead. Unless there's something else going on that I'm misunderstanding.
Very well could be. Mm.
Now, do you all choose to loot the bodies or even bother with it? Set the whole thing ablaze? I mean, you guys got this whole mess in front of you. Not to mention, you got the whole mass of
Loot the
tentacles who are currently eating all the dead right now too that they got their hands on. Even Luna's joined in, and she's picked up an arm, and she's just kind of not munching on it. Nom, 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 nom.
I say let them clean it
I
up.
would say let them engorge themselves on these bodies. They're not worth it. They decided to align themselves with Zyron and my father of all people, and they do not deserve to be buried or burned and allowed to proceed into the next life.
Leave
Well-
those for the patrons and the
I
barkeep.
loot the bodies. I don't bury the bodies. I loot the bodies though.
So Tal's going to loot the bodies. Got it.
All right, so you're looting the bodies. Anybody else joining him looting the bodies?
No.
No.
Well, if I manage to actually look at this ring and figure out what it is, which I have figured out, we shall see what they have.
You're gonna see what you have.
No, I might see what they have, as in the
Oh.
dead.
Oh, as
Oh,
far
wait,
as like
you got-
equipment goes, they don't really have anything special. Like there's basic equipment, basic weapons. These guys were just your average moose, but they're all carrying like 10 gold a pop on them, almost like they just got paid to go in battle. That's like their first installment. And if they made it through it, they were going to get more. But essentially, all of them got killed.
And I'll take each and every single one of their coin purses just because they're not going to need no more. Might as well be ours.
Yep.
Is Zyron's hammer still laying on the ground?
How many
Yep.
were there?
And it's no. There was like 100 of
It's-
them.
100 of them?
There was like 100 of them originally, yeah. And they've all been killed.
Mhm.
So
Did you say
let's
about
just
the
say,
hammer,
let's
though?
round it up. You found yourself, let's just say you found yourself about a grand's worth of gold amongst
Ooh.
all these bodies.
What did you say about the hammer, though?
I was asking if the
It's
hammer's
laying on
still
the ground now?
ground.
But
like-
it is no longer emanating any kind of darkness, and Atticus has proceeded to pick it up. And because this one was going to be for him,
Got
but
it.
because he has stepped away for the evening, he does not get to be a part of this. But yes, he does go by and pick up his new found weapon that is basically meant specifically for him.
Gotcha.
And I've already gotten with him about the weapons properties as far as that goes.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Now, as the evening has continued, you all have introduced yourselves to Luna's dad, and he actually knows a good deal more English, or common, I should say, and actually begins trying to have a full-blown conversation with you guys. And he proceeds to explain their history, about where they come from and what they are. And he goes back to the days where they were first released from the abyss and were released inside that dwarven kingdom before they were all frozen in time. Explaining that they were already kind of on the verge of extinction when they were first released, and then the dwarves were doing everything they could to eradicate them further, and all they were trying to do was just fight for their place in this world, pretty much, because they were not mindless beasts, but their appearance and their abilities make them nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
all the same, they are neutral characters. They are neutral creatures. So they behave just like any other creature would. It eats when it needs to eat, and unfortunately, that does mean it eats other living creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And if something attacks it, it's going to attack it back, but it's not going to go out of its way to attack things just because.
Right.
So that's why Luna didn't attack
and-
us.
And these
Oh,
previous
God.
adventurers who had released them from their time warp had eradicated the vast majority of what was left with them. And the meager numbers that they had left in the village, plus a few that chose to stay underground because they refused to come out, like the one you guys killed,
Mm-hmm.
the big one. As one of the ones I was like, no, I'm staying here. I'm not going back out. I'm not going out there. I'm staying right here. This is home. Like, we took this place over. It's ours. No more dwarves. It's our home.
Yeah.
And so that being said, he explains that that Luna has asked to continue traveling with you. And he goes, but he's like, I will not allow her to go unaccompanied. He's like, even in your care, she was still injured. And I will not have one of my children traveling alone in case something bad happens to them again. So I insist that you take 2 more of us with you. And he reaches out his hand, and he's got 2 relatively small baseball-sized creatures in his hands. And he looks over at you, Tal, and he goes, I think you might be most suited for these, and kind of tosses them over at you.
Gotcha.
And as they land in your hands, they wrap themselves around your hands and begin to form into giant stone gauntlets.
Oh, nice.
Interesting.
But he goes, but there's a small catch. He says that as you feel their teeth begin sinking into your flesh, it's a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, they're going to drain you a little bit. Not much, like 1d4 every day.
Oh.
So it's very, very, very minor. But they need a little bit. There's a quid pro quo, all right? You want to keep using them, you got to sacrifice a few of your hit points every day. Big whoop. I mean, it's a d4 for each one. So you max at 8 health loss at the beginning of each day. I mean, what's the problem with that? And then so he suggests that we celebrate. Like, he's like, it seems that we've all won a massive battle, and as I understand it, the traditions for the ground dwellers here, or the surface dwellers as he calls y'all, is to have a celebration of sorts. So his people turn back into their usual selves, and they all begin putting up spits and fire, and they start roasting some of the bodies. Like, they expect that you're going to help eat with them. So obviously you have to explain to them you don't do cannibalism like that. So that's all you guys. We got our own food. Currently the tavern is almost completely burnt down, and it's starting to get dark. Are y'all erecting a funeral pyre, or are you all gonna bury Gripply?
Yeah, I think that would be a smart idea.
What about
Yeah.
the patrons of the bar, or the bar owners? Are you gonna take
Yeah,
care
I
of
was-
them, or just leave them be?
I would say,
Yeah, we'll take care of them too.
yeah, I say take care of
Yeah.
burying Gripply and the patrons and bar owners of the tavern.
Not the only one you can really get to as far as like the patrons go is gonna well, all of them are inside the bar that's on fire, and it's fully ablaze. You're not really getting to them because the other caskets caught fire and exploded during the fight and went up in an even bigger flame. So the female gnome is about the only one that you can really give a burial for. But Atticus is in the middle of doing his prayers and his blessings over the burning tavern, trying to send their spirits off peacefully. And as you're setting fire to the funeral pyre for the gnome and Gripply, which you never even got her name, how sad. In the darkness and the flickering light, I need all of y'all to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Perception. Oh god. I have to do an actual perception check. No. Well, actually, I'm not bad at
Okay,
perception.
perception.
But my dice have been
Can
anything go
I
by.
actually take my passive?
You can.
My
What's
passive.
your passive?
20.
Yeah. So, yeah, as long as you roll a 20 or higher, those of you
Well,
that do.
my passive is 21.
Right. Okay. So you can take your passive as well.
You said passive perception or perception?
Perception.
Yeah. You can roll perception, or if you have a high enough passive, you can take that too.
I'll take a passive because I have a 21 in passive perception.
Now, as you are standing around the funeral pyre watching this burn, you notice that right behind Thaula and Travasi, I'll say you two are standing relatively right next to each other.
Okay.
But you all notice that there's this particular spot of darkness that becomes really dark, and then it dissipates, and there is a very tall woman wearing a black cloak with a very intricate headpiece covering her eyes and forehead that spans upward like a half moon,
Oh shit.
wearing gold trinkets around her neck, dangly jewelry from her ears, very nice bust, very very elegant in her appearance,
Oh no.
with her hands crossed in between, with her fingers locked in like this, with her head kind of bowed down, and she goes, "I'm very humbled by your loss and what you all have just been through. As a goddess, it is my duty to present myself only when needs be, and I do not feel I am needed, but I wish to present myself to you all the same. You see, there is some things in this life that are considered unlawful amongst us gods that you mortals can do. And most recently, one of you has been doing something that we consider quite unlawful, but this individual has reached a level of power that none of us wish to involve ourselves with. This individual has detained our power and kept it for himself. You understand that originally, as I understand it, you all had met up with one of our other goddesses of death here recently, and, well, she was actually eradicated. And you think back to that moment where you see Zyron stick that bitch to the ground with his lance.
Mm-hmm.
That lance was absorbing her dark power, her dark essence, because essentially that was the goddess of death at that point when he did so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He locked
no.
away her soul and power into his lance and then kept it for himself, which he then gave to Thal's dad.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
And she proceeds to explain that this is not the only time he's done this. He's managed to get 3 different gods and locked away their power and is using it for himself. And he is currently corrupting this world.
So he's messing
And I
with
would
more
s-
than just the dead.
It's the power he has allows him to create new beings under his control. They are neither dead nor undead. They merely are. And to continue doing this, he could very effectively create a force of which could overturn the entire realm and beyond. And she puts her hand over on your shoulder, Thala, and you feel like this cold warmth, almost familiar to you after recent events, kind of flow over your body. And she goes, "And currently, you have part of that same power flowing through you. As a particular mutual friend we have has helped bestow upon you."
You mean the fiend?
Barlin, yes, the very same. You see, he allows himself to travel between many different planes, and in so has many dealings with us gods, because we do not like to involve ourselves on this plane of existence. He oftentimes brings us certain treats and goodies that we like. He has a very big fondness for you mortals and the entertainment he all can bring. And quite frankly, I'm very particular to certain spirits that he can present us. In exchange for certain favors, of course. Fiends never do anything for free. As she says with kind of like a little bit of like sarcasm.
I do want
Yeah.
to know, is he doing all right? I know that with what happened in the deal that we made, that he said that his town would most likely be eradicated within the week. Is he still alive?
And she's just kind of silent and drops her head a little bit more because you can't see her eyes. You can't really see her full expression, but that is enough to tell you that it's already been done.
The fiend? What about the fiend?
Varlin, the fiend that took Atticus and I, his town has been eradicated and he's gone. He told me all of this about my father, about how he wants me dead, and he wished that he didn't have to do it, but he made a deal. And I'm slightly saddened that he is gone.
Yeah, when it comes to fiend deals, you do not go back on them, and they cannot go back on it either. To do so, to break the deal, also breaks their power.
So you know
And she goes,
he might be gone, but that doesn't exactly mean he's dead.
she goes, I have yet to been able to return contact with him. It's been a couple of days. He was supposed to have already arrived with our last shipment of spirits, but alas, it did not happen. Now, I can't pretend to know what any of you are going through because I do not experience the sense of loss the rest of you do. But my name is Shar. I am the mistress of the night and the lady of loss. So I do understand that you all are hurting right now, and I wish to help in any way I can. So she pulls out an amulet, more of an emblem really, and hands it out over to you, Thala. And she goes, if you've ever the need for me, by all means, give this a squeeze. But the rest of you as well, I bestow upon you this one gift. And she kind of waves her arms out. A little bit of sparkly darkness, if you will, kind of like spreads out around among the rest of you. And you all start feeling like your spirits uplift a little bit. You don't feel so bad and happy because you guys start getting this envisionment of Gripply living in a heaven-like instance, if you will. Being very happy, running around, enjoying himself, having a good old time. He's off doing just fine. I offer you this gift to at least know that your friend is doing better now. He was quite a miserable soul before he met you. And being a part of your group was the best thing that ever happened to him. Part of his tribe is terrible, ruthless, brutal little creatures that they were. But you were the first thing that gave him any bit of hope that this life might actually be something worth having. To actually do some good in the world. And that's the kind of power that I love to see in you mortals. Now, she does this and then slowly dissipates back into the darkness. And the night continues on with your usual banter and parties and drinking and other stuff because you guys got all kinds of supplies at your carriage still that you guys didn't quite think to get into just yet. But the night continues on. Everybody wakes up the next morning. Still battlefield all around you. Like it's not any better. But you guys erected your special Hermione tent. So y'all have been sleeping in there.
Okay, so we did take a long rest, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, everybody takes a long rest.
All right.
And when you come out of the tent, you find the funeral pyres and all the other fires are completely burnt out. And all but all but two of the ancient mimics are gone. There's just the father and Luna.
Mm.
And he's currently playing with her over by the edge of the water, skipping rocks across the water together.
Mm-hmm.
And so as y'all are seeing this, Luna catches you and she runs up. She's like, come look.
I go look.
All right, all right.
And she points out the battlefield, and you see all these beautiful flowers growing across all the dead bodies across the field. And she goes, Gripply did it.
Oh,
Gripply?
Ripley.
He was here. I saw him.
Wait.
They got us.
You let him come back for just a brief moment. That was the gift he left you. The field of flowers. All big, beautiful, vibrant colors. All assortments of them.
Aren't
Oh,
they just
goodness.
lovely?
They're beautiful.
And that is where we're going to end campaign tonight.
Oh my gosh, you had to
Dang
sit there
it.
and get me all fucking
I-
weepy all over again.
In my eyes, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Oh my gosh.
How
You
did
said-
not see this coming?
Dang it.
Oh gosh.
Allie, you're crying
Sorry.
too. aren't
Yes.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
You're crying.
you?
You sentimental softies.
Shut up.
Hey, Dingus,
Everybody's over here like, he was just a fucking goblin. Get over it.
I don't
Shut up.
care. I don't care if he was just a goblin. He was our goblin.
Speaking of which, where the hell is the enchantress and my wolf pup?
Curly.
Curly, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, darling.
Now Curly crying her eyes.
Oh gosh.
Ugh.
Man, Critical Role is online right now with 11,000 viewers.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
No.
Fucking
Oh
hell.
man. So
I mean, it is Vox Machina night.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is.
It
yeah,
is.
it is. And they're I bet you they're streaming it too. Hold on.
There
Let me just pull it
probably
up.
They
are.
are. Dungeon and
They
Dragons,
are. Oh my gosh.
episode 109.
Yep.
Lord.
Gosh.
Yeah, this is a whole new campaign. This isn't even Vox Machina anymore.
No, yeah.
This is
Okay,
the worlds of Aria. That's something different.
So what are we gonna do now? Are we gonna raid out? What are we doing?
Yeah, I guess so. Unless anybody's got some final things they'd like to do or say. That was it. That was it for me.
I just realized I never asked where the enchantress and my pup went.
Oh yeah.
I cleaned my stick.
You clean your stick?
Yes.
You have a
Give
good
it
old
a nice
polish?
good polish.
Did the pup and enchantress ever get back, or have will we meet up with them later? I'm
That'll come later.
okay.
Okay.
There's a thing happening, and we're not going to talk about it yet.
Gotcha. Do it later time.
Okay.
Until next week.
Till next time.
On Chaotic Misfits.
Next time on Chaotic Misfits.
Okay,
I'm gonna
so
raid
what are
out
we gonna
to
raid out to?
Same bat time, same bat channel.
God.
Let's see.
Psycho Kitty's on. We got Fae
Yeah,
Child
Psycho
on.
Kitty's on.
Gravitas is on, but
Let's see. Let me.
Oh.
I mean, we haven't raided Gravitas in a minute.
I've raided him several times in the last month.
I don't.
Man.
I haven't. That's why I'm saying that.
Well, I'm gonna raid out to Evil Psycho Kitty,
Okay.
but also means I'm gonna go ahead and deafen as well,
Yep.
so I can go ahead and say hi to the people who's watching.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the stream together. I'm gonna leave it.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
All
Good
right.
night, everybody.
Good
Buddy.
night. All right. So let me. All right. I think I know. I think I'm also gonna raid Evil Psycho Kitty, since she's got the the smaller amount of people watching. So. All right. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Of course, that we had to sit there and end like that. My heart just hurts a wee bit. Just a wee bit. But let me go ahead and also switch on over to the Just Chat. All right. So Gonna right over to Evil Psycho Kitty.
Me.
All right. For anyone
She
that
kicked it
is
to
here,
I kicked it to death. Just to see if I
please,
could.
make sure
And she
and
could.
copy
Now,
and paste the
granted,
boot
this
braid
was
for
a
Evil
bred
Psycho Kitty.
horse.
I
It
appreciate
was
all of
not
y'all
a
being here for
wild-caught
yesterday
horse, and
and
the Giga was
today
wild-caught.
for
It was
us
not
to
max
play
level.
freaking
But
D&D. It's I'm like
I
I'm
kicked it
honestly
to death.
surprised.
Well,
I
thank
gotta
you for
find out what my final kill count was because that really says something about me. But once again, I appreciate y'all so much for being here and being a part of this because this was it's so much fun. I'm having so much fun doing this and like just yeah, this is an absolute blast. So I hope that y'all will continue to come and watch. But I hope all of y'all have a great rest of your evening. If nobody's told you today, I'm proud of you. Here is a boop for the road. Laters!